Roses are red, violets are blue. I hated this fucking movie, and I think you will too. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blue Shakalaka Podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany, and I'm joined by my co-host, Pierre.
Forget about the bloody gods and listen to what I'm telling you. Sussy understands the consequences of her actions, and she is absent anyway, which means she does not intend to suffer those consequences. The trial can wait. We all need to leave.
I'm not even going to try to guess.
Skin
Game of
looks great.
Thrones?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Your skin looks great.
Oh, thanks. I got to make it, though. Just a smidge. I got a little
Just
Valentine's
smidge.
red on.
I can see your dirty pillows. Everyone will.
You're lying, son of a whore. Because you can't see anything. I am being conservative today. In my attire, but not in my personality.
Well, what you weren't conservative about was this trash-ass movie.
Oh! It took me, so I started watching it yesterday. I stopped it 4 times. It took me that long to finish this hour and 30-minute movie.
Bad.
Yes, it was. Yes,
I watched it in one sitting. It was not that bad.
Yes, it was.
Go ahead and tell us the synopsis so we can get into it.
So, love is in the air. On the most romantic day of the year, would-be lovers woo hearts with flowers, candy, cards, and gifts. Best friends Kate, Paige, Dorothy, Lily, and Shelly are young women looking for a relationship, a Valentine to die for. And this year, they might just get their wish.
Damn, that was long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The WB is behind almost every horror movie we have watched. The WB is behind this shit. Because that's the only reason Angel starred in this movie. So we start this. Is it a movie? We start this thing.
Dreck of a movie.
We start this snuff film. With this kid with terrible teeth. He's going up to each girl in a particular friend group, asking them, "Hey, will you dance with me? Hey, will you dance with me?"
Shelly says,
"Shelly,
I got it.
Okay, go ahead. Shelly, will you dance with me?
In your dreams, loser.
Dorothy. No, I'm not gonna do Dorothy yet. Lily, will you dance with me?
Ew.
Paige, will you dance with me?
I'd rather be boiled alive.
And Kate, will you dance with me?
Maybe later, Jeremy.
Maybe later. Then finally, Dorothy, will you dance with me?
Dorothy said, "No, we're gonna fuck."
Right. Then they start making out in the bleachers. So let me just say this for one thing. You done asked out every girl in the friend group. You're a slut. Because if a girl were to do some shit like that, if a girl were to do some shit like that, it'd be a problem. You done went up to all these girls. There's no other girls at the school. Like, come on now. Like, I'm just
not according to him.
Oh, this movie. Okay, so I want to apologize for the flack that we gave Black Christmas, because this was the precursor to Black Christmas. Because I know incels love this movie. But girls are not obligated to dance with your ass. If they don't want to dance with you, I mean, they don't have to be rude about it. They can just say no, but they don't have to dance with you if they don't want to dance with you.
Very true. But it's not, that wasn't what happens is not justified. So Jeremy is making out with Dorothy underneath the bleachers, and these school bullies come up, and he's like, "Is he touching you inappropriate, Dorothy?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." She pushes Jeremy off. She's like, "Ew, get away from me. He attacked me. He tried to attack me." And I'm like, "Your tongue was just down his throat, you little bitch." And they tried to call her.
They called her fat. Yeah, they called her fat.
A little chubby.
But I'm just like, chubby. Oh, they called like. Okay, whatever.
She wants to impress. So this is the problem with us. We always want like the bad guys. We never want. Oh, am I the bad guy? We never want the good guys. So Dorothy's loins were on fire. because we're in middle school, puberty, baby. We want to be kissed. We want all that stuff. We want to experience things.
Mhm.
And she was like, well, Jeremy's here, might as well do it. But she really probably wanted one of the other guys that was the bully calling her fat, stuff like that.
Mhm.
It just ridiculous. But so Jeremy's nose starts to bleed, and the school, and he starts to leave out from under the bleachers, and the school bullies pull his clothes away like they're fucking tearaway, like a stripper was wearing, like
Mhm.
what?
Mhm.
And he's in
Mhm.
his drawers, and they proceed to beat the shit out of him in front of the
Right.
whole school dance. Like, where were the chaperones?
Exactly. No adults around, which the adults should have been around when they were making out under the bleachers, if we want to get honest.
Hello.
And then one of the bullies is Mickey from Shameless. Get the fuck out of here. And so, um, so yeah, that happens, and then we flash forward
13
to
years.
13 years to the worst date I've ever seen on screen. Katherine Heigl does not need to hate Bride of Chucky. She needs to hate this movie. Cause
I
I
100% agree.
cringed. First of all, Jason likes this. So the way Jason wants a woman is a woman to be at home and cooking. That's how Jason likes it. Yeah, Jason likes his steak well done. I was like,
With
this
a
is
pile of
not,
spinach
I
in his teeth.
know this. If this happened in real life and you sit there at that table, women, come on now. I would have pepper sprayed him at the table and left. And he was given very alpha male and like very condescending towards her. Mind you, she's in medical school. I love it when guys try to act like smarter than women who are like smarter than them. I love that.
Hmm.
And
He's the prize.
then like she's just like, I want the check. Then he like, oh well, you had the salmon, like, so we about to go Dutch. So
He
you're
said, let's
in
get an itemized receipt.
so you're an alpha male and we're going Dutch. And then
Hmm.
he's like, oh, I don't get a kiss. Like, it was just, oh, it was so creepy. Like,
Like,
I wanted
he
to cut
could
the
not
movie off.
read the room. He could not read the room.
Well,
No.
Jason doesn't have to read the room. Jason gets what he wants to get. I would.
And then he sees another lady. So after Shelly is Katherine Heigl's character. So
Mhm.
after Shelly leaves, he sees another one at the bar, and he's like, ooh, Jason likes. Like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I don't want to meet the woman who's impressed with this. And so she's over it. She drives off in her little putt and she goes back to finish for her like exam, I guess, like for more, I don't know, for medical, you have to, like, it's part of your exam to dissect the
Yeah,
body.
she goes to school to blow off steam to mess with
Yeah.
cadavers.
Yes. So and I want to ask I knew a mortician, but I want to ask if they really do talk to their bodies when they're doing it. But anyway, she's
Ducky did on NCIS.
I will leave this fucking podcast today. And so she's just chatting with her cadaver and then she hears some noise. And so she goes to check it out and it's bam, it's a coworker. And he's just like, hey, I'm leaving. Just I don't understand this.
Lock up.
Yeah, lock up. They need security if they're gonna do this, by the way. Stay late like that. Like, especially you're a woman and
Like
it's you're a
those
woman in the
rooms
90s.
wouldn't and those rooms would not be easily accessible. Like, it would be like an ID card to scan in, or
Hmm.
keys and stuff, because people do stupid pranks. So there's no way uh the cherub killer, cherub, see, I messed that up. So I'm calling him CK for the rest of the movie. The cherub killer is CK. Okay, you can call him CK1 if you'd like.
Motherfucker.
It's up to you,
I hate you.
because it's only one killer. So yeah.
And she sees after he leaves, she sees like a little Valentine's Day card. And
I have it, what
I
it says.
thank you so much.
Hmm. So she sees the red envelope and the card on her locker, because that's where she ran into her coworker. Let's call the coworker Ralph. That's where she ran into Ralph. And the card says, "The journey of love is an arduous trek. My love grows for you as you bleed through your neck."
And
And
she's
she's
just
like,
like,
"Oh, that's so sweet."
right, she's not, she's like, like, whatever. And then she goes, and this part scared the shit out of me. She went to go cut the cadaver, and baby, he started breathing, and she jumped back, and
Yo, I would have stabbed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She jumped back and she sees like the cadaver is actually in the closet and it falls out of the closet. And so by the time she turns around, the body on the table is gone. So she like, oh, she grabs her little scalpel and she's just like, stop, chill out, leave me alone. Like, this is not that girl. That's crazy. I'm not, you don't talk nice to people who do that.
Back door gone.
Yeah.
I'm not like, you know your way around this place. You've been in here
Mhm.
so much. You should be able to get out the back door. There were windows in there too. I'm getting the fuck out of there. I'm not finna play hide and seek with your ass.
Yeah, and so she does play hide and seek, and that's when she sees the killer. they go through this weird ass punk ass chase scene. She acted like she wanted to trip the whole time, and I'm like, what are you about to trip for? Like she
The
was like
real thing is,
stumbling. Like,
why did we even need a gotcha moment? Why did he get on the table and lift up his shirt like he was about to get his well, the killers like to get their belly button pierced. Why
mhm.
did we need a gotcha moment? Why, when she walked the room, he could have just stabbed her? Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing?
Suspense. I don't know. And so she goes and she hides in like she goes into the room where there's just a bunch of cadavers after they've already been dissected and they're in the little body bags. And so she
Hmm.
goes in there and she hides in a body bag. He come in, he like stab and look in each one. Stephanie, stop. And then he gets the last one and he like, oh, there you are. And he slits her throat and
Like,
leaves.
why would you trap yourself?
I was like, I would never put myself in a situation to where I can't bolt. Like maybe I'm under it, maybe I'm over it. I thought she was gonna hide in the back or something, like because it looked like there was a back, like something back there, but she didn't. She just hid in the body bag where he easily like it was such a lackluster death for the first death. Like he slit her throat so easily and just walked out. Like, girl, what are you doing? And
And of
so,
course, the nose starts to bleed out of the mask as well,
right,
which is a running theme. Which,
is it? Oh, you mean in this movie?
yeah.
Oh yeah, like his
Mhm. I used
nosebleeds
to get
after he
nosebleeds. I used to get nosebleeds really bad. Like a
never
couple
had
years ago,
one.
I would just be sitting talking to somebody, and my nose would just start dripping. I don't know what was going on. It's been a minute since I got one, but it used to be bad.
I've never had one, so I don't.
Good,
But
good,
yeah,
good,
so
good, 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 good.
and the we know that it's the kid from the beginning simply because when they were beating him up, his nose was bleeding. In the beginning of the movie. So we flash
CK1.
forward. Okay, there are no redeemable men in this movie. Like not one,
Yo,
not one.
I'm taking my point five back from the black guy in this movie. Cause fuck him. So Paige and Kate, Paige dragged Kate out to speed dating. I'm so glad I was too young to do this. Like this wasn't for me. 2001, I was still in high school. Well, I graduated in 2001, but like I graduated at 17, so I was only 17 years old. There's no way I was going to any speed dates. But I can only imagine how life was like then. Like now with our apps and everything, you have so many people at your fingertips. And then
Mhm.
it was like 20 guys in one room and you talk to them for 30 seconds. Like, kill me. Because there's no way in hell that I would be doing this. Like,
It was
no,
so
no.
cringy and
Let me tell you about the black guy that got his point five taken away. Let me rewind just a smidge. So Paige is dragging Kate out to speed dating, and Kate is still. They talk about how Kate is still hung up on Adam, who is apparently a drunk, and they're on a break right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so we get a montage of the dates. The one fucking black guy in the movie, he says, "She left me out of the goddamn blue. Says she can do better. Says I don't fulfill her needs sexually. It's obvious. It's obvious to me. Girls got to be a dyke." And I
That's what he
said,
said. That's what he said. And she choked on her
"You know,
water.
this movie wasn't made in 2024."
Yes.
I was so angry. Like,
I don't know what you want me to say because I was just like I literally reacted like when I was watching it, I reacted like Kate did, like, what the fuck? Like
security, that's what she should have fucking
um
said.
this see, I'm glad I watched it now with the knowledge that I have. Because I remember learning in college that like I think it was like, and I'm getting the statistic wrong, I know I am, but I want to say 75-80% of women never feel orgasm with a man. And I just thought I oh my gosh. And so Paige is like, it's weird because the whole movie, Paige is like her stereotype is the slutty friend. Like that's the arc that they give her is like she's slutty
Mhm.
and she's the one who just, oh, you hook up with guys and then you don't even know their last name. She
You're
don't hook
talking
up.
too fast. She talks so fucking slow.
And she does not hook up with anybody the entire movie. She don't kiss nobody the entire movie. Like she flirts, but I'm like, is this the 90s standard for slutty? Yikes. So,
No, I think she hooked up with one. So one guy was talking to Kate, and she looks over at him, and she kind of takes Kate's date away from her. I
yeah,
think she
but
hooked up with him.
I mean, allegedly, but all we know is that, I mean, they got each other's number and they were playing phone tag. And then they leave
Yeah.
speed dating. Kate gets a phone call. That's when they realize that Shelly's been clocked and docked.
Yeah, Dorothy
Um,
calls her up and
and Dorothy. And so we're at the funeral.
Mhm.
Nobody's crying. Nobody seems sad. Paige trying to take off her cardigan. They're like, Paige, don't be a slut and take off your cardigan in this 90-degree
She's like
weather.
she's like, "Bitch, it's hot out here.
Like,
Like,
I'm
what are
like,
you doing?"
so Adam roll up. Adam is Angel. He looks 40 to their 20. He just looks old. Like, and I'm just like, okay. And so he's just expressing his condolences, and then he's showing her an article because he's a journalist. And I hate when they try to like do drunks in movies. Maybe it was the 90s. Maybe they don't do this anymore. But like in order to show that he's a drunk, she like pulls the paper out and there's a full goddamn bottle of tequila, like not opened in the front seat. And she's just like,
Mhm.
tequila.
She's like that, that you've seen that lady that does the Karen food reviews? I knew it. Knew it. I knew it. I knew you were still drinking. I knew it.
And so he's like, it's for the, I don't know, I forgot who he said it was for. I don't know, the governor, the mayor, or something like that. And
I think for the editor of the paper that he
oh,
writes
okay, yeah. And she was
for.
just like, fuck you, get out of my face. And so the detective rolls up and he's just like questioning them, like, hey, y'all know anything about this guy named Jason? He was with Shelly the night she was murdered. They're like, we don't know nothing about this bitch. We ain't heard from her, talk to her. She's been in medical school. We don't fuck with her like that because she's smart and we're vapid. And so he's just like, give me a call. So we're at Dorothy's fucking mansion. Because she's the rich one. And she gets a Valentine's Day card as well. Do you have that one, Tiff?
No, it's not Dorothy's turn yet. It's Lily's turn, right?
Is it? I thought Lily, because Lily gets the chocolates.
Hmm.
That's not the order I wrote it.
Oh, wow. I don't have Dorothy's.
I hate you. Dorothy gets a card and it's just like murder, murder, stab, stab, kill, kill. And then she gets to knock at the door and it's Campbell. Now, Campbell, we don't know who she is because she lies this entire fucking movie about who he is. She met him a month ago and he's supposed to be like what she met him in yoga class and he's just like her friend. And
Yeah, he's supposed to be doing a startup company, internet startup company. So fucking
yes.
vague.
And his roommate kicked him out. And so he needs a place to stay. And she's like, oh, well, stay with me. So she tells the maid, and the maid clearly don't like Dorothy. And she's like, you ain't asked your motherfucking deity. So basically, Dorothy's deity is dating a Vietnamese, Chinese, Asian girl her age. And so she doesn't like her and they fight and fuss and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, she tells the maid, bitch, go make the motherfucking bed for Campbell. And so Campbell's gonna stay with them, even though she's only known him for a month and she met him in yoga
1 month.
class. And there's no like he doesn't answer the door like a boy like I'm sorry, she doesn't answer the door like that's her boyfriend. She answers the door like I met him in yoga class and I know this guy and I like this guy. Not that that's her boyfriend, but she tells her friends that
All
that's
the
her
women
boyfriend.
in this movie, which is so crazy. All the women are very attractive and they are so hard up and cannot find a man. Like dating has been a shit show forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I'm learning. Like
Yeah,
since the dawn of mankind.
they almost all seem borderline insecure. I think Paige, well, even Paige, I don't know. They all just seem very like insecure. And the reason about her stepmom and everything is just because there's just this underlying joke that Dorothy was fat at one point.
Mm.
But the little girl they use wasn't. So I don't know. And then the whole fat trope in this movie is like very weird to me because there isn't any.
Yeah, cause she's not fat.
But I don't know if it's 2024 but I don't know. I never looked at women like that because like I never thought Queen Latifah was fat. So I don't know. I don't know. When they say fat, I think of the whale. So I don't like that's my fat. That's always in fat in my head. Like when
Hmm.
you cannot get up and
I
walk.
mean, I you remember me as a teenager. I was there. I
I
was a big girl.
I don't think you were fat, but
I was
I won't
trust.
I won't
Trust.
disparage your feelings, but I just did not think
Trust.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I should have been 200 pounds. Come on now. That's what I'm saying, in high school or any school. But anyway,
Okay.
So, is
So
this the part with Lily?
no, we have to go to Kate because Kate's taking a sexy shower and she loses her water with the shampoo in her hair. And then she like comes out of the shower and she calls the landlord and she's like, "Hey, I lost my fucking water and I have shit in my hair." And she dumps her head in the fucking toilet.
So gross.
And then she finds the mask in the elevator, and that's when we meet Scary Gary. And Scary
Oh,
Gary's like, "Hey, Kate, want to go on a date? Hey, Kate, you're my mate."
Friday night at 8. She might be my mate. That would be so great. Great, 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 great. And I can hardly wait. He thought
I
he was
love you
Sherman
for
Klump
knowing
for a
that. I love you for knowing that.
he thought he
And
was Sherman
so,
Klump for a
and
minute.
I promise y'all, Scary Gary does matter later. And so does like the mask in the elevator. And so, yes, now we're at Lily.
Okay, so Lily is hanging out with Paige and they're just chitter chatting and there's a knock at the door. I guess they're roommates maybe. There's a knock at the door and she's like, "Paige, is this for you?" And Paige is like, "No, it's not for me." She said, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take it." So she opens up the box and there's a card in it, and the card says, "'Tis a well-known fact, beauty is skin deep. Savor the taste, you are what you eat." And it is signed JM. And there's some chocolates in the box, and she's like, yeah. And she bites into it, and then there's live maggots in what I'm gonna assume is rice up in it. Like nothing. Uh, it was so
Please, how do
disgusting.
you get live maggots in? Ah!
Do maggots breathe? Like, I don't know the history of maggots. I got a terrible maggot story, but I'll
I
leave that.
don't. Ugh.
Yeah, they're gross. Like, they're really hard to get rid of. Um, because flies lay so many of them at a time.
Mhm.
But yeah, so they're sitting there and she's drinking OJ to get the taste out of her mouth. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't have a taste, but her and Paige are talking about all the guys they used to date with JM initials. They go to like 8 guys. I'm like, what the fuck? You tell me, JM, I'm not gonna have anybody. And they come up with Jeremy Melton, who is the nerd from school. And they're like, oh, it could possibly be him. We were an asshole to him at that one dance. But I still think out of all the girls, Dorothy was the only one that did something to him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because we'll get
Again,
to it. We'll get to it a little later. And then
yeah.
now we're at this cool art gallery with
Cool.
Shelly.
Cool. Cool. This bullshit. This was a disgrace to art. Fuck him. Like just because I feel like they literally were casting and they were like, we need just a guy with long hair to be an artist, and I'm just
Hmm.
like there was no depth to this shit. It wasn't even fucking art. It was videos. Like get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So Lily's fucking raggedy ass, slutty ass boyfriend got this art show that they all have to come to.
Hmm.
And it's just basically a bunch of big TVs with videos playing, and they're just saying weird shit. Love me, don't
Um.
leave me,
Hmm.
and but just weird butt shit. Um, uh, and so Lily and what's his name, Max. They go off and they're hiding behind it. Art. It's almost like a what do they call those things at carnivals? It's almost like that mirror thing. Um,
House of Mirrors.
oh, House of Mirrors, where it's like a maze. And so they're like making out, borderline about to screw, and then this random girl comes up and she's just like taking her top off and feeling her breast. And so Lily sees her and she's like, "Who the hell are you?" And then she just
Right.
walks away and he's like, "Oh, I invited her." And she's like, "What the fuck? Like what like literally, what do you mean you invited her?" And so she walks off, she realizes he's a creep, and she like storms off. She's about to leave because she has to go fly to LA for work anyway. But
Hmm.
she can't seem to get out the maze, and then the maze is changing too. Which what? Like what?
Like, how would our killer? Spoiler alert: the killer is not Max. How would our killer know how to navigate all of this?
Really? Because he was barely invited because well, no spoil I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, but he was barely invited. So literally, how do you know like it just was odd. So he managed he
So
manages
many
to find
loopholes.
to find Lily. And what does he do? He takes out a fucking arrow and shoots Lily with it like
He
he's
Robin Hood.
old Chief Woodenhead. And he's like he shoots her with the arrow through the
If it was
fucking
old
chest.
Chief Woodenhead, she would have gotten scalped.
Remember, he did shoot the guy with the arrows. He shot the fat one.
Oh yeah, in the
Yeah,
train. No,
yeah.
no, no, he was living in the house.
Loco. And so he shoots him
They
twice with arrows.
deserved it. They fucking deserved it.
They
They
did
killed that
deserve
old
it. That
couple
movie
for
was
no
terrible.
reason.
Oh, that movie was. Oh,
He said, "I'm gonna
and
go to Hollywood because I have hair
oh
like
my god,
this."
I still have that in my phone. Like, and this hair is gonna get me paid and laid. And so, and so, he shoots her with arrows so hard she busts through the door. She can literally escape, even though she has arrows through her. I, this was they are so dumb. And then finally shoots her with another
It
arrow.
turns into a fucking Looney Tunes Acme gag.
She falls through a styrofoam railing. I was like, how did the railing break? She's like 90 pounds
Right.
and she falls into the trash.
And the trash lid closes. What the fuck?
So nobody ever finds out. Nobody finds Lily's body because the trash pickup is on Tuesday and it's Wednesday. So
Like it was I'm telling you, it was Sylvester and Tweety. Like, what the fuck is going on? Acme. Yeah, oh, Looney Tunes. Fucking
and
Tiny Tunes.
so some bullshit happens. Nobody cares. I believe the police are questioning all the guys in the women's lives.
No, no, no,
Um
no. So we're missing a character. So while we're there, Dorothy runs into Ruthie, who is telling her
mm,
that Campbell is a jerk. Campbell was there as well.
mhm.
Telling her that Campbell is a leech and he love bombs women to get money from them. And Campbell's like, "Oh, let's just get out of here. I don't know who this crazy woman is." And so nobody's believing Ruthie, and Ruthie comes back, a little later in the
Mhm.
story.
Mhm.
And then Kate, then they're done with the art exhibition.
Mhm.
And then Kate meets Adam at a bar where they chat. And then we're at the part where the detective is asking questions. Like the dialogue between Kate and Adam, you would never believe they were in an intimate relationship. Like they were talking like teenagers.
I think that 13 years. No, there yeah. Okay. Because yeah, it's weird because I want to know how long they dated before they took a break because of his drinking. Because I was just
Right.
like, she's like, you drink and you just get angry and it scares me, which is valid, but it just how long were y'all dating before he started drinking? I don't know. It just was
Like, what did he do to her that scares her?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe he like beat walls or something. And so
Mm-hmm.
basically, Dorothy confesses to the other girls, the remaining girls, that she lied about Jeremy. And so they're like, what the fuck? And she's just like, you guys don't understand. I was the fat girl. And like, I just had to. And so they're like, damn, bitch, you're crazy. So
And
they just,
also, hold on. She was the fat, rich girl. There's no fucking way in hell that this would happen to her. There's no way.
and so, they, the
There's no way.
detective, the bald, creepy, pervert detective briefs the girls, and they're just like, he's just like, hey, we have this face recognition software, and we're trying to see how he would look this day and like Jeremy would look this day and age. He don't look nothing like this. They like, I mean, I was just like, oh wow, they could do that back then, and clearly they can't because it was the worst AI I've ever seen in
It
my
was
life.
like Jeremy was Ben Affleck and Adam was Matt Damon. Like, bitch, they would look nothing alike.
Like,
Nothing. Or Jeremy was Usher and Adam was uh, David Boreanaz.
I hate you, Jack Quaid, Jack Quaid,
Okay.
and so yeah, and they're just like, and he's just like, still asking them questions, trying to figure out the men in their life, how long they known them, all that kind of stuff, and the girls are kind of defensive because they really don't know these motherfuckers, honestly, like,
Well, yeah, so Kate had a better she was like, I've dated him for a couple years. I've met his parents.
mhm.
We were off and on for a while. And they look over at, with Kate talking about Adam, they look over at Dorothy and she's like, oh, I'm with Campbell. And they're like, and Campbell's last name is? And I'm thinking the whole time, soup. But Dorothy was just sitting there like,
And so he's asking them about they're asking him about Jeremy, like his backstory, and he went to so he went to he had to go to reform school because of the sexual
because of,
assault accusations,
so
and
what did
then
the other kids get that beat the shit out of him?
And
Okay.
so they they got, a trophy, I don't know. They got the Triwizard Cup. And so he had to then he eventually went to a mental institution. And then his parents died in a fire and they were like, "What the fuck?" Like, do they know how? Like, no, he was like, it was ruled an accident. His parents just died in a fire. And I was like, oh, okay. So the other girls leave, and then the detective is like, hey, Paige, stay here. So Paige has been very skeptical of the detective. Like, and when I say skeptical, I just mean she has a smart ass fucking mouth. So she's just like, oh, really? That's smart. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And so, like, she just
He's like, "Hey, Paige, we need to do something about this." And Paige is like, "Something about what? About the sexual tension we got going on over here." And then she's like, "Detective, please remove your hand from my thigh."
and then yeah, it's very creepy. And then she leaves, and he's just like, all right, I'll get you later. Like, it's just like, no man in this movie is redeemable. Like, excuse me,
No.
Detective Kincaid would never. Like, it's just, like,
Which Detective Kincaid, from Bride of Chucky or from Scream 3?
I want you to sit on it and spin. And
My
so,
granddaddy used to say that.
and so, we flash back to Paige's apartment, and we're thinking we're gonna see Paige, and the killer is gonna get her. When actuality,
No,
who's
Kate's apartment.
that's what I said. Didn't I say Kate?
You said Paige.
Fuck you. Kate's apartment, and you were thinking the killer's gonna get her, but who's really gonna get Kate is Scary Gary. He's in there trying on her pantyhose. And so the killer comes up. He's like, it's not what you think, man. I'm just a sick fuck.
Literally.
And so the killer grabs Kate's iron that she leaves on for some reason at all times. And it's
It was
just
just the
always
steaming.
right. Just I'm like, okay, girl. And so he smashes him in the face with the iron, and then he burns his face, and then he starts beating him with it like it's Freddy's dead.
And
Um
his nose is bleeding again. You know what this reminded me of? So when he kills somebody, their nose bleeds. It reminded me of oh god, the Thin Man from Charlie's Angels. Remember when he would kill somebody? Ah! Ah! And start screaming, holding their hair and stuff. It was the silent way of doing that with his nose bleeding. I just kept thinking that the whole time, like, the next thing I have in my notes is Dorothy's throwing a party. So everybody knows about the party. She's so fucking desperate, and the detectives pick up Jason Marquette. You know,
mhm.
Jason was the person that we saw earlier in the movie. So they pick him up and they have him for investigation. And then we have Campbell is over at Dorothy's fixing the hot tub, and then she gives him a gift. This is why I say she's so fucking desperate. Was it
Mhm.
or was it not a Rolex?
Yes, it was a Rolex watch. And he's like, I didn't get you anything, and but they kiss. And then they have, I don't know if they had bad sex or
He
if he
couldn't get it
couldn't
up.
get it up. Okay. He couldn't get it up. And so
Hmm.
she's just like, it's okay. I'm gonna take a shower. And so she goes and takes a shower. And then when she steps out, he's like, oh, my turn. And he has a gift for her. And it's like a little gold chain. And she's just like, oh my God, I love it. And so then he's like, I have to go to a meeting. I'll only be gone an hour tops. And then I'll be back for the party.
For
And
the
she's like,
40.
okay. And so then we see him downstairs in the jacuzzi area, like by the swimming pool, and he's basically talking on the phone, trying to transfer funds from somebody
Trying
who
to
he
act
could.
like her dad, like, where were
Is
you
that who
born?
that was?
So they were
Oh, see,
asking
I thought it was
those
someone he conned before. Okay.
so they were asking those questions, the security questions,
Hmm.
like, where were you born? What was the name of your best friend? Blah blah.
And
And he didn't have all of the answers
he got
because he
most
hasn't
of
gotten it
them.
out of
He didn't know her dad
yeah,
was born, and so he was just like,
yeah.
transfer the fucking funds. And so then you hear Dorothy on the intercom, and she's like, hey, the pilot, we have no hot water. Can you turn
He
the
was like,
pilot light?
oh fuck, hate this bitch. That's how he
Right.
was acting when she called it.
Right. And so she's just like, turn the pilot light on. We don't have no hot water. And he was like, I'm already the fucking help. So he goes down, and he lights the pilot. I was like, is that really, do we still do this? Is this the thing? I didn't know this was a thing with pilot. I didn't know that.
I don't own a
Um,
house.
and so house owners, let us know, because I was like, what the fuck? You have to go down there and do that? Um, and so you see an axe when he bends down to turn it on and everything, and then when he gets back up, the axe is gone. And so basically he stands up, he gets stabbed in the back, nobody cares, fuck Campbell, he's a con
He
artist.
gets axed in the back. Like, it was immediate. The killer took him out immediately, and I
Right. He didn't even
appreciated it.
yeah, he didn't even ask him any questions. And
How the
so we're at Dorothy's party and she's pissed because Campbell is not there. And she's just being a bitch
Mhm.
to everybody. She's like, this party sucks and I'm just mad. And so Brian shows up. Brian is the guy that Paige met at the speed dating, who was previously
He's
talking
so
to her.
ugly.
He is ugly and he
The
was
guys
like,
in this movie were not attractive.
no. And that's why I was
The most
surprised Warner
attractive person
Brothers
was
Campbell.
no, even he was gross. It was the
Um
black
oh
asshole at the beginning of speed dating.
because I was just like, these can't be the WB castaways because they had a standard. They did not fit the standard. The
No,
women did, but I don't know
these
where
were
they
the
got these
rejects.
men.
They didn't pay them.
They failed their auditions to be on on the shows that these women were starring in, so they just casted them over here. And so
Correct.
and mind you, Brian was the one at the beginning of the speed dating. He was like, "You want to get out of here?" So he shows up and he's just like, "Hey, Paige, let's go upstairs." And so they go upstairs and he said he pulled like they're just like making out or
Mm-mm,
just talking. Are they
mm-mm,
talking?
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. He goes up to Paige. So Paige is swaying her body in the least sexiest way, and he comes
Hmm.
up behind her and they start
Dancing like the
doing a body
90s.
roll. And he whispers in her ear, "I have a surprise for you."
Hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, let me go upstairs and show it to you." That's how
So,
he gets her up there.
okay, so they get upstairs and he pulls down his pants. Not even he don't even take his shirt off. He just pulls down his pants and he says, "Can you wax it?" That's what he tells this woman. "Can you wax it?" So she's like, "Sure." And so she ties him up like Tiffany did Damien, and she pours wax on his fucking penis. And then she leaves him in the room.
Yep.
All tied up and stuff. And he's just like, "You bitch." Da, da, da. So we
Oh
never
my god, just think at the end, he's still fucking tied up in there.
see that's what I'm saying. I would have thought like because at some point the killer just veer. I hate when killers veer off of their motives and they just start killing random people that don't have anything to do with this shit. Because it's
Mhm.
like, what Campbell got to do with anything? What does the next person who dies have to do with anything? So, but you don't kill Brian. You don't kill none of the people who deserve to die. Well, I mean, Campbell did deserve it, but the next person didn't, in my opinion. So Ruthie shows up at the
Mhm.
party and she's basically like, "Hey, where the fuck is Campbell? He's a con artist." And I'm like, just how did you know where these people live? And so she rolls
I
up on
think Dorothy's father is probably
okay. Hmm.
affluent.
With
Yeah,
his
in the city of San Francisco.
mail order
So
bride. And
correct.
so
So she probably knew exactly who he was. I'm gonna say he's probably like a real estate mogul.
and Dorothy acts like how most birds do. She's like, I know him. That's my man. You don't know nothing about him. I know him. You're crazy. You're insane." And so she's like, "Girl, he just wants your trust fund," which to be fair here, Ruthie's a little bit too bitchy towards Dorothy than I would need her to be. Like, if you're mad at
Mhm.
Campbell and you want to warn her, then you just say,
Mhm.
"Hey girl, like he's an asshole, but I'm just trying to let you know." Like there's
Right.
a way you come at the woman that you should, but she's just dismissive and like a bitch to her. And it's like,
Hurt
what's
people
I
hurt people.
okay, is that what we're going with? Because I'm just like, if
Mhm.
you really wanted her to be on your side, it's easier to catch flies with honey. Like
Honey.
I don't
Exactly.
understand why she's just like
Exactly.
mean to her and expect her to then believe her because then you come off bitter
Well, I think
versus
this time she was really pissed because Dorothy
she was
has on her necklace.
yeah, and then yeah, Dorothy does have on her the gold chain, and she's like, "Campbell, that's mine." And he took that from me with all like with all my jewelry, and so she's just like, Dorothy, you can like the bird in her brain just starts. She's just like, what? Get her out of here! Get her out of here!" And so somehow security takes her out, but they don't take her out. How the fuck did this bitch get back in my motherfucking house?
Because it's a
So,
mansion.
so Dorothy goes runs and I don't know, and they're all like, "This party sucks. This party sucks." So
And Max is there for some reason. Who invited
yeah,
Max?
I don't know. And then Max runs up to Kate and he's like, "Hey, I haven't seen Lily." And he's like, and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh wow, you're wearing that dress." Like they are
Yo,
so
you're
creepy.
you're so right. You're so right. This was the
They are
precursor for Black
creepy.
Christmas.
Like we were like, God.
Like, I'm so concerned for Lily, but damn, you look hot today. Oh my God. I just can't let a minute go by without you knowing that, but I still want to know where Lily is, but fuck, you look hot. Like,
Like,
damn, you're a smoke show.
and so he basically tells her that he called Lily's job in LA and they confirmed that she never showed up for work. So she's freaking out,
Hmm.
and so then we go to Ruthie. Ruthie is in, I guess, Campbell's room that she managed to find in this big ass mansion. You see how you trying to play me? You trying to play me like, oh, this big mansion, they couldn't find her, but she managed to find this man's room.
Hmm.
So she's going
Hmm.
through all his shit. She finds his watch and she puts the watch on. And then she like starts leaving. Um, and who does she run into? The motherfucking killer.
CK1.
And so she runs into the killer. Um,
Pulling the maid's body
yeah.
out of the closet?
Yeah, well, or the kitchen. I don't know. I guess he basically he killed the maid and he's pulling her
You
body
know
out.
what?
Mind
They
you,
didn't have any room in their kitchen.
they don't have room in my kitchen. And so notice how where is everybody at? Because this part of the house is vacant.
Yo, and it is so heinously decorated. Oh my God. It was like a red room. The walls were red. The pool table
Hmm.
was red.
Yeah.
The carpet was red. It was a
And my
red room.
thing is, at house parties, the pool table is where most of the guys would be. Like, so I was just like, how is it vacant right here? So she sees him and she's just like, she's smart for 5 seconds. She whacks him with the pool cube. She should have kept whacking his
And then
ass.
runs away. Yo, I mean, this is an old movie, so I can't be too mad, but I am so tired of that trope. If I ever am in a
Mhm.
situation like that and I'm able to hit you, I'm not
Beat
stopping until I see brain
beat him,
matter.
yeah, beat him unconscious. Like you're a killer. I see you carrying a dead body. You will die today. And so she runs and she's just running through. It's not her house. So she finally acts like it's not her house and she don't know where the fuck to go. And so she runs and hides in the
Like,
steam
why didn't
room.
she go back the way she came in? Which was
And so
up
she
the stairs.
and so she goes and runs in the steam room.
The steam room, the
And
sauna,
so
the worst fucking room you could be in.
it is. However, see this is me in scary movies. So she manages to get under it and hide behind the wall. I didn't know you could do that in steam rooms, but she was very quick with it. And so when she gets there, she's behind the wall like the killer don't see her. And so she sees the killer like peep in, peep back in, trying to look for her. At this moment, me personally, I'm staying there until the chaos is over. I've said it before, you will not catch me on the gingerbread man. If I find a hiding spot and I know you don't know where I am, you don't come
Yeah,
bursting through the wall like Jason, Freddy, and them. I'm staying there. I don't care. I don't need to eat for 2-3 days. Um, I'm staying there. Period. I went to
right.
the
I
bathroom
agree.
before I came. So like
I agree.
her getting out. Oh, and then she sees Campbell's dead body. Nobody cares. But her
She could have
getting
stayed
out.
there and got
Mhm.
the rocks that they use to steam the room, wrapped them up in a shirt, and that way she could have had a weapon for when she did decide to leave.
They don't be wanting to survive. Like
They don't
I'm
want weapons.
finding some everything is a weapon, y'all. We learned this so many times. Nail files, uh,
Pens,
pens, hand sanitizer. We learned that from
a
Scream
glass.
from Scream 5,
Oh
hand
yeah.
sanitizer. So it's just like, do not play with me. Like I
But
will.
this dumb bitch doesn't do that. She
She
runs.
just get out the sauna and start, and she's slowly walking and turning around and round and round and round.
Hmm.
And then Killer grabs her, knocks her through the shower glass, and
Oh
then
my God.
impales her with the cut shower glass.
That was the
And
most gruesome death of the movie.
yeah, it was just and
And the killer
so
could have easily let her go. She didn't know who the fuck it was. They had a mask on.
mhm. But
He could have
again,
just said,
this is what I'm saying. What was the reason for her dying? What was the reason for the maid dying? Like I don't like like there's no even Campbell, yes, he's a con artist, but what did Campbell do? Like I hate when they just sway off. Like, are you getting revenge or are you fucking crazy? Because there's a difference. Like, even though we can't condone killing,
hmm,
revenge killing, and you like, you kill my mom, I kill you. That's I can see that. But when you are start just killing everybody in town, well then you're just psychotic. Like you
right. So the detective calls and lets Kate know that they had to
mhm,
let Jason Marquette go. They didn't have anything to hold him on. And the detective tells them to stay in groups. So
mhm,
we already know they're going to split up.
mhm.
Kate runs into Adam drinking, so now she's mad and runs off. Like I told you would happen. I knew they were going to split up. I didn't think it was going to be that fucking fast, like within like 20 seconds, but it was. So Paige is like, you know what? Fuck this. So she leaves and goes to the hot tub, which brings back to the line when Jeremy asked her to dance. She's like, I'd rather be boiled alive. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought she was going to get boiled in the hot tub. Nope,
Mm-mm.
didn't happen. And where did she get this bikini from? Was it Dorth's? And oh my god, they start calling Dorothy Dorth.
Mm. First of all, the girls are not together this entire party. And so she's
Mm-mm.
sitting up there in the hot tub by herself, like there's not a serial killer on the loose. She even hears rustling around and she goes looking for the murder. So killer come up and grab her. He throw her in the hot tub, and then he closes the hot tub with like I didn't know they had cases, but okay. And so then he gets
Yeah,
a
I've always known them to be like a really thick fabric.
yeah, so I was like, there's a case for a hot tub. And so he gets a big ass fucking drill, the biggest drill I've ever seen. And he starts punching holes in the hot tub. And she's just like, help, help. And this confused me because there was room for her to breathe. Like, even with the case, like, it's not that water's not that high up. So while she's spinning, like, that would have been the easiest thing to avoid him with this drill. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not as easy because you move slower in water, but he was moving slow. So him even nicking her with the drill, I was like, well, this is far fetched. So I guess he realizes this is dumb. So he gets tired and throws fucking drill in the hot tub and closes it, and she gets electrocuted. Because I was just like, okay, how long is this gonna last? Because she's just
He
going
said,
around in
fuck
circles.
this.
Help me, and then she's trying to breathe through the hole. I'm like, girl, you can breathe. Like there's air right there,
Right.
baby. And
So of
so
course, since he threw the drill into the hot tub, the power goes out.
yeah. And so I believe that the Kate calls the detective to tell him about Lily, and that's when he's like, okay, I'm on my way. And so he turns on his siren, he's like, I'm on my way, stay there, blah blah blah. So people start leaving because the power went out.
Mm-hmm.
Um and
So
so
mostly everybody's gone at this
this
point.
is the stupidest part of the fucking movie. So Dorothy and Kate are like, "Hey, so where's Campbell? Where's Adam? Oh, well, Adam could be the killer. Oh no, well, Campbell could be the killer. You've only known you." And he's like, "He's my boyfriend. Like, this is what, girl. He's not your boyfriend. You are so fucking
No, so
delusional."
so so Dorothy says the dumbest line in the entire movie.
Ooh,
So she's talking to Kate and she says, "Oh wait, I'm sorry." Kate says the dumbest line in the
mm.
movie. She says about Adam, "He's no angel, but he's not a murderer." And I was like,
Watch Angel on the WB.
um, 9 Eastern, 8 Central Time.
Like, tell me the
Double, double,
WB.
WB.
Telling me Warner Bros. Produced this movie without telling me Warner Bros. Produced this movie. I was like, really?
But then Dorothy starts spitting facts. I'm on Dorothy's side for like half a second. She's like, he could have got plastic surgery. He could have been working out. It might be Adam. How well do you know him? And then Kate said, well, hell, it could be Campbell. It could be the same things. And Dorothy's like, no, you're just fucking mad that I found a guy that is equal to your guy. You're just mad. All you bitches are mad because I found somebody. Dorothy found somebody. Dorothy, I'm going to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
And this is into my life, into my psyche as a
Mm-hmm.
teenager. Um, Dorothy has a lot of emotional trauma built up
Mm-hmm.
from being the big girl and I've been there. I know how she feels.
Mm-hmm.
And during my teenage and formative years, teenage like early 20s, I would go into relationships thinking this is my one in a million shot to get somebody. And you know, you crave intimacy. So you're willing to put up with bullshit. You're willing
Mm-hmm.
to be gaslight, love bombed, anything just to say you have somebody. And I felt her on that level for like just a minute. But then again, she's still a bitch for what she did to Jeremy.
And I can relate too, because I grew up being called ugly. Like I have been called ugly so much you would not believe. Like,
Hmm.
so even teachers would call other like young boys in the class. They'd be like, "Oh, he's so handsome," and then it just be like, "I'm right here too." So
What?
I get that,
Ridiculous.
like, the relationship part of like, I gotta put up with this because shit, I need somebody. I can't die alone. So
Yeah, but I
I
still would
get it.
lie that somebody attacked me.
Well, touche. Because because really, well, I'm not gonna give Jeremy too much, but he was nice to you. He's a kid. He's gonna kids go through that awkward phase. He's gonna outgrow his buck teeth and everything. So
Mhm.
really, you had him.
And he wasn't even an ugly kid.
Yeah, I mean, he was just like a nerd with buck teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, when I say nerd, I mean literally. I hate the '90s because he had fucking
Glasses.
glasses and a fucking ponytail. Like, I hate how they try because nerds don't look like that. Nerds are fucking bo. They have bo, and they don't brush their teeth. And like, I know how nerds look, and I know no nerd. They don't look like that.
You
So
talking about the early 2000s nerds?
I'm talking about
Because we
nerds.
don't know what they look like now. We're not in high school or middle school.
I
So
watch.
anyway, Kate
Netflix.
is trying to call Detective Vaughn, so she somehow ends up outside. So, or after her and Dorothy spat,
Yeah.
Dorothy walks off. She stomps up the stairs. She's like, "Fuck this!" And Kate walks off, and she's trying to call Detective Vaughn, and she hears a phone ringing outside. So she walks, she walks, she walks. She sees the phone, and it goes to the message. She realizes Detective Vaughn's phone. So she looks into the water, and this fake ass FX created in somebody's basement with $2.50 head pops up out of the water, and she's like, ah! And she sees this note that she wrote Adam earlier in the movie. The note said, "I owe you intimacy."
Hmm.
And so she's like, "Oh shit, the killer is Adam, because who
Hmm.
else would have this note?" And then
Hmm.
here we go. Here comes the finding dead bodies. This is it. This is the climax. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Oh my god. Okay, so first she walk in and she looking for Dorothy. And so everybody gone. Here come Adam. And she caught him drinking earlier in the party, which is why she's pissed at him.
Hmm.
Um, he when I tell you he downed the whole bottle of champagne. So I was just but he walk up like waving the I'm the killer sign. He like, hey, she's like, it's you. And like when she says it's you, I'm thinking it's you, the killer. And he's like, it's me. Like, he was being so fucking
But
creepy and
Kate was
obvious.
trying to play it off like, I don't know that, like, I don't know you're the
She was
killer.
trying to play out I
I'm
don't know.
acting like you're an alcoholic, and I'm
But
mad about
he was
that.
not acting like that. He was acting
No.
like, bitch, I'm the killer. Like, he's like,
Yes.
will you dance with me? Like, everything was just like coming back. He's like, will you dance with me? And then they start dancing. And he's like, I've always loved you. And it was just very creepy. Like,
It
he ain't
was
talked to her
so
he has not talked to her like this
creepy.
the whole movie. And then they just spinning around and he's like, I would never hurt you. And she's like, I never hurt you. And then she knees him in the balls and runs. So she runs to the house and she finds Ruthie's body. She finds Paige's body. She goes into Dorothy's room and it's like torn the fuck up. Like, it's like somebody got robbed, but ain't nobody take shit. Like, it's broken up. And so
Hmm.
she's just like running, 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 but ain't going nowhere. And so she
But somehow it turns into you haven't seen Clue, but like it turns into a house maze where she comes out of one corner, and then there's another corner, and Adam sees her, and then she
yeah.
goes down the stairs, and then Adam's coming up here. It's like, how does he know the layout of Dorothy's house? How
Right.
does he
And
know
so
that?
he keeps coming up like, I'm so mad you did that. Like, it's the killer because what person gets kneed in the balls and he's just like, why did you do that? Why did you hurt me? You're mad at me. Why are you mad? Like, it was just very creepy. She hits this motherfucker with a wine bottle. Mind you, he has no scars throughout this entire fit. Like, he don't get no, like, she slams him in the head with the champagne bottle. He don't have a
You're
scar on the
right.
side of his face. He don't bleed or nothing. And he's
You're
still coming
right.
up to her like, hey, that wine bottle kind of hurt, but kiss me. Like, he never reacts to her physically trying to get away from him. And so
Right.
she goes into Dorothy's dad's study because we remember early in the film Dorothy says like my dad owns guns. And so she breaks the she breaks the gun case and like she getting the gun, the case fall out. She put it back. Like, and so she gets the gun and she's just like,
She ready.
like
She ready. She's ready to
she
shoot
ready.
Adam in his
She
balls.
baby, she ready to be like Reese, freeze, sucker. And so
But hers
and
is
so,
gonna be like, freeze, Adam, you asshole.
right. And so she, creeping around the corner, searching, searching, searching. And then the killer pops up in the mask and he basically like bum rushes her and they both fall down the stairs. And so
She loses the gun, of course.
she loses the gun at the top of the stairs. And so they're lying right next to each other. And so the killer gets up, she gets up, and then bang, bang, bang. Adam
The
shoots
the
this
killer
motherfucker.
rises up. The killer rises up like fucking Michael Myers.
And so Adam shoots the killer, bang, bang, bang in the chest. And so he goes to comfort
And then you
Kay.
see how you see how his personality changed after that?
Yeah, he's sober now. And so he's just like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Like, don't look at it, don't look at it. And so he goes to uncover the mask, and it's Dorothy. And so she's like, oh my God. He's like, don't look at her, don't look at her. It's okay, I got you. You're okay, baby. You're okay. I love you. And so
So, okay. Reverse, reverse. Reverse, reverse.
it's
Dorothy's
your for minute
mouth.
if it's planning yet.
Dorothy's mouth was not gagged.
Mm-mm.
When she fell down the stairs with Kate, she would have made some kind of noise.
Mm-hmm.
When she was laying down, like
Mm-hmm.
she would
Mm-hmm.
have made some noise. And
Mm-hmm.
then she just sits up like Michael Myers to get shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so Kate's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it was Dorth. Dorth did it. Dorth Vader did it, and
Yeah.
killed everybody. I can't believe it. That's crazy, bitch. She all because she couldn't get a man."
Right.
So-
And so that's basically that's literally what she says. Like, she's that lonely. Like, god damn, bitch. And so they're on the front porch, and Adam's like, I called the police, they're on their way. And so while they're comforting her, she was just like, I don't understand. And he's like, well, childhood trauma is like a thing, and some people just have anger and they have to let it out, all that trauma, all that pain, they have to get it out. And so she's just like crying on him. And then that's when you look down at their hands, and blood drops on his hand, and he's bleeding from his nose. And that's when you realize he's Jeremy. He's like, I love you. I always have.
So that's not what happens. So they're laying, he's
I hate you.
cradling her, and his fucking nose drips blood on her face. The
I hate
blood drips on her fucking face, and she's
you. Okay.
just sitting there.
She probably thought he was crying because they don't
So
know
what's
about
gonna
the
so
they
what's
don't
gonna
know about the
happen when she gets
nosebleed.
up?
They don't know about the
What's gonna
nosebleed.
happen when she gets up and sees blood on her fucking face?
His nose was bleeding. They don't know the killer's nosebleeds.
I hated
So
this movie.
there was never a time where the writers were like, hey, maybe we should incorporate this so the characters know about the nosebleed, so she would know. She doesn't know. She could just think he has a nosebleed. So after
Roses are
watching
red, violets are blue. This movie is caca. That's Spanish for doo doo.
I hate you.
I hated this
But
movie.
so after watching it, I did have to go read Wikipedia because it made no sense. So basically what Wikipedia says is he knocked out Dorothy and put the mask and killer clothing on her, and then he pushes her down the stairs, and that's why she wakes up. And that's basically how. I mean,
But
yes,
again,
she should have been making sounds, but basically that's what happened. And so yeah, but this is my thing. You got the girl. Regardless of you working out, plastic surgery, everything, you got the girl that you always wanted. You were dating her. You couldn't get your fucking drinking under control, and that's the only reason she was gonna break up with you. Any other,
right.
like, you literally had the girl, you had a career, nobody was any other wiser. So why you needed to suddenly kill everyone, I have no idea. And then, see, I feel like the writers, I know they sucked, but I feel like they wanted to incorporate, because remember she said she met his parents. So I'm like, well, did he? And when she did her research on him, there was nothing. Like, there was nothing. She couldn't find anything on Jeremy. So
He
I'm like, did
hired
he kill
somebody.
his parents and then hire people? Because his parents dying in the
Probably.
fire was just like, I was like, why did you kill your parents? Again, is he just psychotic? Or like, because that's what I'm like, I always, even with like, how I asked about Billy, like, were you always psychotic and you just needed a reason? Or were you just getting revenge? Because those are two different things. Because why did you have to kill your parents to start your life over?
I hated this movie.
It was very unfinished. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all.
I hated this movie.
I don't know what to tell y'all. Denise Richards, you would pay for your crimes.
1 out of 10.
Um,
It would have got 1.5, but the black man was
Black
acting like
Man.
a straight fucking
I'm
coon.
gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 1 as well. Because even with, I don't like abandoned storylines, because like all the people that he killed that were extras, like we never find Lily's body. We never find out that Scary Gary got killed. We don't even know where Scary Gary's body is. Like, what? Like, I don't know.
For all
I
we
don't
know,
know.
Campbell is still in the fucking basement.
Yeah. So, um, I just don't understand. It's like the WB just wanted to throw something out and they wanted to showcase their star. Um, oh, not that way. Their star. So he could because he was popping in the 90s, I guess. I didn't watch Angel, but I knew it existed. Um,
Waste of my time.
yeah. So I'll give it a 1 as well. I just have nothing for it.
I'm not even recommending this.
No.
No.
You can't even find it free. First of all, y'all wrong for charging for this movie. Because I'm sorry, I do not believe in pirating movies because I'm, theater kid. So I believe in the actors, and all that stuff. But I'm sorry, I had to because I'm not paying a three goddamn
You
99
know what?
Amazon.
Now that I'm thinking, this movie might be free like in the next coming days,
Mm.
because of the holiday, because Valentine's Day is coming up.
It needs to be free forever. It needs to be like free for like people in other
It needs to be on
countries.
Tubi and live on Tubi.
Literally, how dare you charge for this movie?
It
This
doesn't matter
movie,
because I'm not watching it again.
like, I want to know who's paying for it. Ugh, it was terrible. What's next on the docket? I'm over. Pissing me off. And these actresses were in other movies where they were absolutely amazing. Like, because Kate was in Sugar and Spice. I mean, we know Katherine Heigl's career. Denise Richards was in, Wild Things. I feel like she made up for it in Wild Things. But how dare y'all? I've never seen Dorothy before, ever again, though. I don't think I've ever seen her.
I think she's on Grays or
Oh, okay.
one of those medical shows. I think
Okay.
she's on one of those. But yeah, so Jesus Christ. That will do it for this special Valentine's Day episode of Shit. This is Boo Shakalaka Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter X at Boo Shakalaka Pod. You can find us on Spotify and
Apple
Apple
Music?
Podcasts. Why do you keep saying Apple Music? Apple
I don't know.
Podcasts.
Some
And
episodes are on YouTube because somebody's
sometimes
lazy.
on YouTube. And YouTube is Boo Shakalaka Podcast. And feel free to email us at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com to send in your requests.
Or tweet us.
Or tweet us as well. It is still the month of love.
Yeah, shit, I cannot think of a fucking killer love story unless we do a love-hate story. So, we are going to be doing the avant-garde Freddy versus Jason. A
What?
story between two love struck because opposites attract. And for us, it's true.
You
Cause
just want me to
you're not
say
like me.
Freddie died by fire, Jason died by water. How can we use that?
Well, because I'm a nerd and I used to listen to the DVD commentary on movies. And so the love story between Will and Lori got a lot of flack and they had to take a lot out of the movie. They had to even delete the scene where they kissed because they were like audiences hated that. So that's why I specifically am choosing Freddy versus Jason.
Very on theme for you.
Yeah.
Well, all right. This was a dreck of a movie. I
Mhm.
hated it, but I loved having you here.
Oh, you wore red.
Not just realizing it after we've been recording for like an hour and a half. Good day.
Straight Walker. And she got on red lipstick, y'all. She's a harlot. So yeah, it was a great,
Bye.
yeah. Bye.
Goodbye.